Hello everyone, myself Khyati Vyas from JMP English Medium Saraswati Group of Education. Today I am conducting this session for grade 6, subject SS. We are dealing with Histories chapter number 2, Earliest Societies, and this is my session number 3 for this chapter. So kids, in our earlier sessions, we have already completed the explanation part of this chapter. So, in today's session, we will be discussing the textbook exercise. But before that, let us have a quick recap. What did we learn in this chapter? First thing, the earliest humans were hunter-gatherers, as you all know. Right? They did not have any aim, but they knew that if they want to survive, they have to eat. And that is why eating and gathering food for eating was the only aim. So they were hunter-gatherers. They hunted animals and gathered food for survival. The Stone Age is divided into Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age. Based on the tools they used for hunting, basically they used only stone tools. That is why it is called Stone Age. Right? Now, this Stone Age can be learnt in 3 different periods. That is Paleolithic period, Mesolithic period and then lastly is Neolithic. In this chapter we have already learnt about Paleolithic and Mesolithic periods. But Neolithic period, that part will be continuing in the next chapter. Correct? So what did we learn in that? First, during the Paleolithic period, people lived in caves, wore leaves and animal skin and used stone tools to paint in the caves. This you already know, right? What did they wear? Animal skin they wrapped around themselves, big leaves. Yes? Okay. This you have also learnt in your previous grades. They hunted animals, ate them. They used to, do the cave paintings. The activities they performed throughout the day. They painted them on the walls of the cave with the natural colors and all. Right? And that is why even today we know how the people lived, what was the lifestyle of theirs. We got the clues and the information from the cave paintings. Right? And in India, you know Bhimbetka, that is a good source of cave painting you can find over there. So historians study these cave paintings and learn about the life of early men. Then Paleolithic sites can be classified into habitation, factory sites and habitation and factory sites together. Habitation sites were those sites where early men lived. Factory sites were those sites where he found the stones and he made the stone tools. And habitation and factory site together means where he lived and made stone tools. Both the things were done in the same site. So these are called habitation and factory site together. So there were altogether 3 living sites. Now, in India, early cave paintings were found in Bhimbetka caves in Madhya Pradesh. That we already discussed. Now, during the Mesolithic period, people started using smaller tools made of stone and animal bones. Now the size of the tool decreased. I also explained to you with a live example. Earlier times we used big computers. Now the size has decreased. Now we have laptops, smaller size of laptop. We have iPads, tablets, etc. The work can be done in any of these, but the size gets decreased. Right? Now, Husky is an important Paleolithic site in Halud, in the important Catholic and the megalithic site of the Deccan Plateau region. The Plateau regions, here they have given regarding the India's Paleolithic sites. So this all things we have already discussed in this chapter. Now, in the exercise, before I start discussing the answers, I would like to discuss the vocabulary words and meanings that are related to this chapter, which you have to write in your CW books. The PDF of CW will be sent to you today along with this video. Look at the PDF and write your CW with good handwriting and no spelling mistake. Let's start with the vocabulary words now. First one, scavengers. SCAVENGERS, scavengers. Next, Paleolithic. PALAEOLITHIC, Paleolithic. Next, Burins. BURINS, Burins. Next, Microlith. MICROLITH, Microlith. Next, Pygmy. PYGMY, Pygmy. Next, Mesolithic. MESOLITHIC, Mesolithic. Next, Neolithic. NEOLITHIC, Neolithic. Now let's look into the meanings that are given in your book. There is only one meaning, that is burins. Burins means a type of stone tool with a pointed edge or head to carve on wood, stone or bones. Clear? Now let's begin to discuss the textbook exercise. But before I start discussing, please open the textbook page number 12 and take your pencils and erasers. So as we discuss the answers through the video, mark the answers with the help of pencil in your textbooks. So please be ready with your pencils, textbooks. Okay, are you all ready now? Let's start. In exercise, we will be discussing question A, fill in the blanks, B, true or false, question C, answering 10 to 20 words, question D, answering 50 to 70 words, and question E, answering 80 to 100 words. Let's start with question A. Here they have given you only fill in the blanks. Options are not given, hints are not given. So you have to find the answers yourself and write the answers. Okay, I hope you have read the chapters, gone through the chapter. If you have read the chapter clearly, then you will be able to answer these blanks. So shall we start discussing the answer? Let's start. First one, dash tools remain the most important archaeological source to study early human activities. Let me repeat, dash tools remain the most important archaeological source to study early human activities. Which stone? Yes, the answer is Paleolithic. Paleolithic. Next, number 2. The beginning of making dash pot is a significant development in the Mesolithic age. Once again, the beginning of making dash pot is a significant development in the Mesolithic age. Which type of pots did they make? Yes, the answer is clay pots. Clear? Let's move on to the third one now. The dash people started using the wooden handles for tools and weapons. For their tools and weapons, they started using wooden handles. Which people? Yes, the answer is Mesolithic. Mesolithic. Next, number 4. Dash is a Stone Age site in the Deccan Plateau region of India. What is the answer? You might have read it in case study. Yes, the answer is Husky. Husky. Next, number 5. The earliest among the early humans were dash. The earliest amongst the early humans were dash. What is the answer? Yes, answer is scavengers. Scavengers. Now let's check if you have written all the answers correctly or not. First one, answer is Paleolithic. Second one answer is clay. Third one it's Mesolithic. Fourth one it's husky. Fifth one it's scavengers. Clear? Now let's move on to question B, that is state whether the following statements are true or false, and if false you have to make the corrections. अगर गलत स्टेटमेंट है तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट लिखनी है. Shall we start? Okay. For now in your textbook just mark true or false. Whichever the false statement, you will be sent the correct answers through PDF so that you can copy to your CW books. Okay. Let's start. Number 1. In India, cave paintings have been discovered at Bhimbetka in Chhattisgarh. Bhimbetka in Chhattisgarh. Bhimbetka caves, are they located in Chhattisgarh? No, they are in Madhya Pradesh. Means this statement is false. So write false. It is an incorrect statement. So what should be written instead? What is the right answer? In India, cave paintings have been discovered at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, not Chhattisgarh. Clear? Next, number 2. The Stone Age is characterized by the production of tools made of stone. Is it true? Here they mean to say, since they use stone tools, this period is called Stone Age. Is it right? Yes, it is right. So write true. Next, number 3. People in the Paleolithic period were not aware of the use of fire. Is it true? No, it is false. Answer is, people in the Paleolithic period were aware of the use of fire. Okay. Next, number 4. The Mesolithic people started using pygmy tools which were huge and heavy. Pygmy tools were huge and heavy. Is it true? No, it is false. So what is the right answer? It is the Mesolithic people started using pygmy tools which were small and light. The opposite of huge is small, and instead of heavy you have to write light. So pygmy tools were small and light. Next, number 5. Archaeologists found evidence of ash at the site of Kurnool. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Clear? So here we come to the end of true or false. Now let's move on to the next question, that is answer the following question in 10 to 20 words. Now you can keep your pencils down and listen to the explanation carefully. Later you can copy the CW work with the help of PDF sent to you. So let's begin with question number 1. Define the Stone Age. Answer is, Stone Age refers to the period in the human history characterized by the production of stone tools. Next, number 2. Name the 3 phases of the Paleolithic Age. So the answer is, you already know, right? Yes, it is very easy. The 3 phases of the Paleolithic Age are Lower Paleolithic, Middle Paleolithic and the Upper Paleolithic. It is clearly given in your textbook, correct? Okay. Next, question number 3. Into how many types can the Paleolithic sites be divided? Name them. Here they are talking about the sites. You already know habitation site, factory site and habitation and factory site together. So answer is, the Paleolithic site can be divided into 3 types. First one is habitation site, second one is factory site, and the third one is habitation come factory site. Come means and. Clear? Next, question number 4. What do the paintings of the early human beings depict? What do we understand from them? What information does these paintings give us? Answer is, the painting of early humans depict the social life and the economic activity of the people. They reflect hunting, food gathering, fishing and other human activities. Next, question number 5. Name the new tools that were used by the Mesolithic people. Answer is, the Mesolithic people started using microlith or tiny pygmy tools made of jasper chalk or bloodstone. They also used animal bones and stones. So these are the answers that you have to write in 10 to 20 words. Moving on to next main question, that is, answer the following questions in 50 to 70 words. So shall we start discussing? Okay, question number 1. Why did the hunter-gatherers move from one place to another? We have already discussed this. Maybe because of harsh climate, maybe because of the food get exhausted, right? So there were many reasons why they moved from one place to another. So that you have to mention in the answer. Let's see what is the answer. Hunter-gatherers moved from one place to another because, number 1, they moved in search of food. If they stayed in one area for longer periods, they would have exhausted plants and animals found in that area. Number 2, large animals of an area moved to other places in search of prey or fodder. Fodder means the plants or grasses that they eat. It gets exhausted, so they move. Large animals move. Hence, early men also had to move with them. And once the animal moved, the human beings, they were also hunters, right? So they did not get anything to hunt. So they also moved. Once the animal moved from one place to other, these human beings or the early men also moved. Third point, since plants bear fruits in a particular season, early men moved to other places for the rest of the year. Where these plants, they bear fruit. For example, I told you, in summer season, mango trees will bear the fruit. So, in summer season, they shifted to the place where mango trees are found. The rest of the year, they moved to some other place. So, this was a third reason. So, this was answer for question number 1. Now, question number 2. How did the Mesolithic age mark a shift from the Paleolithic age? From Paleolithic to Mesolithic, how did it shift? What was the difference? Answer is, the Mesolithic age marked a shift from the Paleolithic age in the following ways. First one, there was a rapid development of grassland which increased the number of grass-eating animals. Number 2, with the increase of grass-eating animals, early men began to understand more about animals, their food habits and their breeding season, thereby leading to the domestication of animals. Number 3, people started collecting grains and used them as food, leading to the beginning of agriculture. So in this way, people or the time changed from the Paleolithic to the Mesolithic age. Next, question number 3. The discovery of fire brought a change to the life of early humans. What do you think those changes were? Answer is, The discovery of fire brought about a change to the life of early men. These basic changes where it began used for the various purpose of light, to cook meat and to scare away wild animals. So they used this fire for cooking, to scare animals and for lighting up their caves when it is dark. Clear? Next, question number 4. Briefly explain the method used by early humans to make tools. So there were two methods, right? So we'll see what is the answer. Making of stone tools involved planning and technique. At first, the early men drew the picture of the tool in his mind according to his requirement, and then evolved the technique of creating it out of a piece of stone. So this is the answer. Now moving on to question number E, main question, that is answer the following questions in 80 to 100 words. So these are long question answers. So let's begin. First one, make a comparison between the tools of Paleolithic age and the Mesolithic age. Answer is, the Paleolithic people made crude and unpolished stone tools. Based on these tools, the Paleolithic period is divided into 3 phases. The lower Paleolithic people used hand axe, clevers and chopping tools. The middle Paleolithic people used the flakes, and the upper Paleolithic tools include burins and scrapers. The technology of producing stone tools underwent a change during the Mesolithic period. Small stone tools like microlith or tiny pygmy tools made of jasper chalk or bloodstone and wooden handles were used for tools and weapons. The use of animal bones as tool along with stone marked the biggest change in the life of humans from the Paleolithic age to the Mesolithic age. Clear? So you have to write everything related to Paleolithic and Mesolithic age. Moving on to question number 2. In your own words, write what you know about the Paleolithic culture and the way of living. Here in you have to write things, whatever you know about the Paleolithic people. I have written it in my own words. In the exam you can write in your words, but the answer should be relevant. Okay? So let's begin. The answer goes something like this. The Paleolithic humans were hunter-gatherers. They hunted animals and gathered edible plants and tubers for food. To protect themselves from adverse climatic conditions, they used bark of leaves from trees or skin of animals to cover their body. Since they used stone tools, they had to live in hilly areas. They could settle down only in hilly river valleys. People of this period knew about fire. Archaeologists have also found evidences of ash from the Paleolithic site of Kurnool in India. They would have used fire for various purposes, that is, for light, for cooking meat, and to scare away wild animals. They expressed themselves through rocks and cave paintings. So this is all about the CW work related to this chapter. I am sending a PDF of CW with this session and in chapter and worksheet, which will help you in the exam for your revisions. Clear? So do your work on time with good handwriting, no spelling mistakes. Next session we will begin with a new chapter. Okay? If you have liked this video, please click on the like icon. Bye bye. See you in the next session.